Searching for the truth. The Prophet Muhammad's marriage with Khadija gave him every opportunity to live a comfortable life as a wealthy and respected noble from Makkah. And indeed, for a few years, Muhammad ﷺ did lead a calm and quiet life as a merchant. But he soon gave up all worldly activities and set himself to searching for the truth. Instead of meeting people all the time in their homes and at gatherings and trying to gain for himself a position among the nobles of Makkah, Muhammad ﷺ would wander into the barren hills of the desert. He would sit for hours and ponder the mysteries of creation. The vast silence of the desert, with endless sand and sky, and at night equally endless darkness, alive only with the twinkling of millions and millions of tiny stars, seemed to bring one very close to the Creator. Often Muhammad ﷺ would stay alone for days in the cave of Hira, which was near the top of Jabal al-Nur, or the Mountain of Light, 3 miles from Makkah. He would return home only for more supplies of food and water, and then go back to the solitude of nature to pray and meditate, asking the Maker of the heavens and the earth for answers to the questions that surged in his mind. What is man's true role in life? What does the Lord require of us as his servants? From where does man come, and where will he go after death? On the 12th of February, 610 AD, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, now 40 years of age, went to the cave of Hira to spend Ramadan, the traditional month of retreat. He was sitting all alone in this cave when he had an extraordinary experience. Suddenly, after many days of meditation, the Archangel Jibreel appeared before Muhammad ﷺ in human form. "Read," commanded the angel. "I cannot read," Muhammad ﷺ protested. So the angel held Muhammad ﷺ tightly by the shoulders, shook him, and taught him these words. "Read, in the name of your Lord who created man from a clot. Read, and your Lord is the most generous, who taught by the pen, taught man what he did not know." These were the first words of the Holy Quran. Muhammad ﷺ felt these lines actually written on his heart, but the experience left him surprised and confused. He even felt he might be falling ill. He rushed back to his wife Khadija, who comforted him. She took him to her cousin Waraka and told him that the revelation he had was from the same source as the messages of the prophets Musa ﷺ and Isa ﷺ. Gradually he began to understand. His quest had finally been rewarded. His restless, searching soul had been joined with his Lord. Allah not only gave him guidance, but he also chose Muhammad ﷺ as his prophet and a special messenger to bring his word to a world that had gone badly astray. It was a tremendous responsibility, but Muhammad ﷺ, far from becoming vain or proud, remained as good and humble a man as ever. He continued to receive divine revelations from time to time over the next 23 years, when the Archangel Jibreel would come to him in different forms, sometimes huge and filling the horizon, and sometimes just a pair of eyes watching him. Sometimes he remained invisible. Occasionally, only his voice could be heard. Sometimes the voice was muffled, like a ringing in his ear, but the meaning was always clear. Muhammad ﷺ could neither make the revelations happen nor stop them. They might happen while he was making a speech, while sitting, while praying, or even while riding his camel. He always knew when they were about to happen, and his companions could see the change come over him. He would fall silent and normally lay down, covered in his cloak. His face might become red, and he would perspire profusely, even on cold days. His companions said, if you were near him, you could hear something like humming around his face. The experience of the revelations always seemed to make the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ feel close to death, as if he was leaving his body and might never return. Not once did I receive a revelation without thinking that my soul had been torn away, said the Prophet. At the end of the experience, Muhammad ﷺ would turn to normal and recite new verses of the Quran. His companions were instructed to record them.